the OSI model iko na 7 layers. We have application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link and the physical layer. So even though ina happen at the application layer, hapa hakuna information inaongezwa, sawa. Actually encapsulation inaanzia hapa kwa layer number 4. Kwa layer number 7, 6 and 5 there is no encapsulation, okay? Tujue hivyo sahihi. So at the application layer hapa, this is where the user interacts with the network. If you are sending an email, this layer handles the text and attachments, ile vitu utakuwa una touch pale kwa email, sawa. So it's writing the actual content of your message, okay? So hapa tuko na tu data peke yake, hatujaongeza anything kwa hiyo data, sawa. Hatuja add any headers ama hatujafanya any encapsulation, okay? Tujue hivyo, sawa. There is no encapsulation on layer number 7, layer number 6 and layer number 5 of the OSI. Tukienda kwa layer number 6, tuko na the presentation layer. Na kwa presentation layer hapa tutakuwa tunafanya encryption and compression, sawa. So this ensures that data is in a usable format and is where data encryption, compression and translation occurs. Tukishuka chini we have the session layer. Na tulisema session layer itakuwa kazi yake itakuwa ni kumanage the communication between applications. Kazi yake itakuwa ni kustart, kumanage and to end the connections. We call them sessions. Alright? And then sasa tukishuka hapa sasa ndo encapsulation inaanza. Sasa unaona kwa layer number 7 tuko na tu the data peke yake, what we call the payload. Kwa layer number 6 the same way, tuko na ile data payload. Kwa layer number 5 pia tuko na ile data. Hiyo data pia tunaitanga payload, sawa. But sasa tukifika kwa layer number 4 tunaongeza a layer 4 header. So data is broken down into segments, alright? So tunaita segment sasa at this layer. So the layer adds a header indicating which protocol, TCP or UDP is being used and port number, sawa. So ile header inaitwa layer 4 header. Hii HDR inamaanisha header. Basically hii header sasa itakuwa ina indicate kama we are going to use TCP ama UDP. Tukifika kwa layer 4 atuiti data tunaita nini? Segment, sawa. So kwa layer number 7, layer number 6 na layer number 5 tunazita data. Tukifika kwa layer number 4 it's called a segment, right? And then tutaenda chini to network layer. Hapa kwa network layer tulisema it's all about routing. Tutakuwa tunaangalia the best destination for our data packets to take so that it can reach its destination. Na ukinotice hapa tumeka a layer 3 header, na ile layer 3 header itakuwa ina contain sasa the IP address, okay? The destination and the source address. So basically sasa tunaambia sasa ile computer wapi sasa hii information inafaa kwenda, kwa the IP address of the target system, okay? So hiyo yote itajua because of this layer 3 header. Na tukifika kwa layer 3 atuiti data ama atuiti segment, tunaita nini? Packets. Okay? Tushuke chini. Tukienda kwa the data link layer number 2, now you can see tumeongeza another header. Tumeongeza a layer 2 header. Na hii layer 2 header basically itakuwa inaongeza the MAC address, okay? So at this stage sasa tunaita nini? Tunaita frame. Atuiti packet ama segment ama data, tunaita nini? Tunaita frame. So the frame layer, it adds a MAC header for local hardware delivery and a trailer SCS for error detection. Remember, tulisema kwa data link layer na transport layer tunakuanga na error detection, okay? So in simple terms, tunaongeza a layer 2 header to indicate the MAC address ama ile address yenye itakuwa inatumika ndio tujue ni computer gani yenye inafaa ku receive hiyo information kwa ile network, the target. And then lastly we have the physical layer. Ikifika hapa ile data inaitwa bits. So everything is converted into binary. Binary inamaanisha 1 and 0 and sent as electrical, radio or light pulses across physical media. So hapa sasa we are now transmitting the actual data and we call it bits, okay? So we are transmitting that information through the cables, Ethernet cables ama fiber optic cables ama radio waves when we are using kitu kama Wi-Fi ama Bluetooth, okay? So that is data encapsulation on the OSI model.